What's up, guys? This is Stanley King doing the Barracks Trail up in Utah today. This is quite a story. So normally I ride dirt bikes, and about 4 weeks ago I broke my foot, so I've been off the dirt bike. I'm driving a Raptor here. It's a 2017, and my buddies out of California, they invited me to go on this overland expedition, which I've never been on an overland. I didn't know anything about it. I've driven my truck off-road plenty of times, but I never really got too adventurous with it. And at any rate, I thought, hell, my foot's broken and I'm mending. Why not? Let's go on this overland deal. So that's my buddy Vic there in front of me in the Jeep. And I thought, I got the right truck. Let's give this a shot. So we went up here to Utah. These guys met me in Las Vegas, where I live. And we drove up. We drove through Zion. And we got to the backside. And we got on this trail. And I'd seen online that there were, 18 water crossings. And sometimes this river's higher, sometimes it's lower. But right when we got out there, I thought, holy smokes, this country is beautiful. It looks like Zion. It's not part of the park. It's BLM land. You go through some private property with a right-of-way at the start. But then you get on BLM land, and you start doing these river crossings, and I was like, holy smokes. Vic was just tearing right into it, and the adrenaline level got high really quick. And I just thought, wow, this is cool. So I just started plowing the Raptor right into the river. And man, it was just an unbelievable experience. So here's the way it worked. We actually got up and we decided to go into the Barracks Trail. I believe this is considered from the bottom. And we drove in. And we went back about 5 miles and we set up camp. That was kind of cool. So we set up camp. This is going into the camp right now. And I actually scouted the trail as well, which you'll see shortly. With my dirt bike, I went forward. I know I wasn't supposed to get on the dirt bike with a broken foot, but I couldn't help myself. I threw it in the back of the truck, and I'm an addict. I know I got a problem with the dirt biking, but I went forward, and there's our campsite there. That's where we camped. So here's where I go and unload the bike. I just couldn't help myself. I guess when you have a problem, you got a problem. These other guys are looking at me like, oh, here we go. The dude in the Raptor, the dirt bike. He's out of here later. But I went down and I just did all the river crossings with the dirt bike. And then I checked out the infamous sand hill, which apparently hardly anybody can get up from this direction. And you go up towards coral pink sand dunes. But I did get up with my dirt bike. I didn't expect the sand to be as soft as it was. It's kind of like powdered sugar. Even some guys at the bottom said, wow, you don't have a paddle tire, you won't be able to get up. But I revved it, gunned it, and runned it. My engine was smoking when I got at the top, but I was able to check it all out. Anyway, I'll let you check this out, and I'll talk about this a little more. After these scenes of the dirt bike, it's actually us the next day leaving and going back out and then up and around and then doing the whole trail. So if you're wondering how I got these crazy cool shots, this first part, I just got this camera. It's called the Insta360 1R. Normally I shoot with a GoPro 7 and a GoPro 6, but I got this thing, and man, it's got some creative possibilities. I haven't tapped into all of them yet, but you can swivel around. The thing's shooting at 5.7 K the whole time, and you're able to, there's all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm just learning how to use it, but I think the footage that came out of it is unbelievable. I hope you guys really enjoy it. It's pretty neat. After this dirt bike video, you'll see I switch back over to the GoPro 7, which is, it's a different look, but these cameras are just so awesome now with the stabilization, the whole deal. I love it. I love making these films, and I hope you enjoy them. Alright, so this is day 2. We woke up in the morning and we shot back out the trail the way we came in. And I have to say, doing the river crossings was as fun the next day, if not funner. And what was cool is because we went out this way and then up and around, we were actually able to do these river crossings again. So I was actually able to hit all of these sections a couple times. I don't know what it is with water and four-wheel drives and dirt bikes, but when you shoot a video and you see the water, there's nothing but good footage that comes out of it. Now, I've seen a lot online. They say this is one of the best trails in Utah. I don't know. I haven't been on all the trails. Utah is absolutely gorgeous. But this trail, it was absolutely spectacular. It was so cool. It was so much fun. And the guys had a blast. I actually had a little bit of a problem too, because I kept trying to pull away from the other guys, because I just, the Raptors, I've got it all tuned, and it's got 620 horsepower and 690 torque, and I love this stuff. So at any rate, watch this, and then I'll talk a little bit more when we get up into Coral Pinks, but this is just so cool. All right, here we go. We're doing the Barracks Trail, starting from the Coral Pink sand dunes. This is gonna be sweet. Okay, so this is up top coming in from Coral Pink State Park. I gotta say, this Raptor is just such an incredible, sure-footed off-road machine. I was thinking to myself, I don't really need to get a Can-Am or a Razor because I got this thing. My buddy was riding that quad. That's also a Raptor, a Yamaha Raptor Quad, but I just couldn't stop just slamming on the gas. I was smiling from ear to ear. This trail was so much fun, and the Raptor just slid right over the sand. I got 4 other guys behind me, and they were taking a little bit longer. My buddy and I actually got up a ways, and we waited about an hour for the other guys to show up. But this trail was just non-stop fun. This is kind of like where you started to pucker too. You're like, oh boy, hope I don't slide in a tree or whatever. But I think the guys who get through here, it's not super tough. Again, I'm not a big off-road guy, but I really had a lot of fun. I just threw the Raptor in 4-wheel drive and then just cranked right through this stuff. But there were definitely some spots where I thought, I might slide this off the cliff. This is probably the most difficult part of the trail here too. So cool. It's just like you're in Zion, but you're not. You're on BLM land. So this is the part of the trail right before what they call the infamous sand hill. So Ron and I thought we better turn the truck around. He parked his quad for a second, and you know, we hung out here for quite a while. Finally, you know, after us thinking about it and talking, watching these guys come through, we thought, well, what do? Do we wait? Do we see what's going on? And finally we did head back through this gnarly section to see what was going on. And we found out, of course, because we ran ahead, that our buddies had gotten stuck. Somebody pulled them out, but at any rate, they gave us the opportunity to do this section a few times. You'll see it's pretty gnarly through here. It's fun though. So check this out. I mean, this is wild. This dude's got a Range Rover with a trailer, and I think I understood it correctly that he got stuck with that thing, but I don't know. That thing was getting through everything. Then Vic here with the Jeep, I believe he pulled him out. But this trail is it's just so cool. Now, this is the infamous Sand Dune Hill. There's a harder way to the right, which is super steep. They call this the way around, which I didn't really think it was the way around. This will make you pucker up going around these corners, and once we got down here, it slides down, and you go down the big sand hill. This is where I went up with my dirt bike and had it overheat. This sand is just like, it's really like powdered sugar. It's awesome the way it feels as you slide the truck down it. Really cool. And then you end up in the river at the bottom, cross over, and then you do that whole river crossing deal, 18 river crossings or whatever it is on the way out. So much fun. For a little extra fun, this is thrown in. Look at the cows are all later. But you go over these blind deals, and my truck, it's, you know, it's long. It's not a Jeep. I bottomed out here, and then I slammed my trailer hitch receiver, but the other guys did too. But it was cool to be able to really do some off-roading. And this dude just pulled the trailer right through, no problem. Didn't need a spotter, not a thing. That trailer went through everything all over Utah with that pop-up tent. Very, very cool. So I pushed through that section and really scraped my truck a bit on the bottom, but this is funny. Everybody's trying to figure out what line, where to go, how to do it. They got through fine, but there's a lot of spotting. I don't know if I'm doing all this overland stuff correctly or not, but man, it was fun. I mean, the only part that was a little difficult was sleeping at night. Being from Vegas, I'm not used to sleeping in 35 degrees, so really had to bundle up at night. And you know, when morning came, I was pretty happy to see the sun each day. Boy, I can't say enough about this trail and this trip. It was just an absolute blast. Look at that, the three-wheeler too. This brings us out back to about where we had camped the night before. So this is obviously the second time we got to go out through the river crossings this way, and we'd come in as well. It's just killer. You just can't help but, you know, smiling and having fun. It's just, there's something about water and four-wheel drive vehicles. It's just a blast. Well, anyway, if you get a chance to do the Barracks Trail in Utah, I mean, it's doable. I would not go alone because you might get stuck. Bring some tow ropes, that kind of stuff. But thumbs up for the Barracks Trail right behind Zion by Carmel Junction in Utah. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out the rest of my channel. I do a ton of dirt bike videos and some travel videos, that kind of stuff. I love doing these adventures, so for the most part I make these videos for myself because I want to look back someday on all the great cool things I did. But everybody seems to enjoy them, so I'm sharing them. Alright, have a good one and get out there and have your own adventure. Take it easy.